everyone, and on behalf of the Mindalia.com team, welcome. Today, Carmel Sastre is joining us to tell us about what are the chakras. Let's talk a bit about him before starting. Carmel is a Reiki master teacher and a psychic, energy and spiritual healer with more than 25 years of experience. So now let's not delay this any further and let's say welcome to Carmel. Hello Carmel, how are you? Thank you for being here with us today.
Hi, my pleasure. And yes, I'm doing great. I hope you are doing as well. And it is a pleasure really to be in this conference and really to share with you some of the knowledges about the chakras.
As I said before, Carmel, I'm really glad to have you here and I don't want to spend your time. So whenever you want, you can start with this conference and I'll see you later.
Sure. Thank you very much. Okay, so hi to everybody. And my name is Carmel, as I have been already introduced. And I'm going to share a little bit information about the chakras and what are the chakras and why it is important to be aware about how are our chakras in our body, because it helps us to detect really if we have any blockages in the body, but as well it helps us really to empower and to know where we have the weaknesses and the strengths. So what are the chakras? First of all, what are the chakras? The chakras are energy centers, and chakra, the word chakra in Sanskrit means disc or wheel, okay, because it is energy centers that really spin like a wheel. And we have hundreds of chakras, hundreds of major chakras. You have 7 major chakras, which are the more popular, and then you have mini chakras and minor chakras. So we have hundreds. I'm going to focus in these 7 chakras because they can give us a lot of information about how we are, how we feel, etc. So what happens with, why are they important, the chakras? Because they are energy centers within the body, and according to how is our chakra, each of the chakras, we are empowered in something. So now I'm going to do a little journey. We're going to travel through the main 7 chakras so that you have a clear idea, and then you can see if maybe you have a blockage, if maybe there is something, a weakness that you may want to work, and you can be aware about that. So let's start with the first chakra, which is also called the Root Chakra. So this chakra is really the physical body. It is the material world. It is the basement. It is where we ground. That's why it's called as well the Root Chakra. And for example, when there are health problems, when a person is not really focused, when there are problems with money, with stability, the first chakra is really affected. So the first chakra is located at the base of the spine, and it's called the Root Chakra because we receive the energy, the earth energy, the grounding energy, which are the Schumann waves that really nourish us and help us really to have a good muscular system, good bones, and our physical body. So what happens with this chakra? This chakra is, each of the chakras are connected to several vibrations, several colors, okay? So I'm going to explain chakra after chakra and the colors related to each chakra. It doesn't mean, as many people may think and may say as well, that, okay, for the first chakra, you need the red color because it is the vibration of the red color. No. Why? Because the chakras, if they are balanced, they are okay. But a chakra can be out of balance. And then there are two possibilities. It can be out of balance because it is blocked. So the spinning is really slow and is not working properly. Or it is overspinning, hyperactive. Okay? That happens in all chakras. So it's the yin and yang. So we need to be in the center to be in balance. And that happens in everything in life, in fact. So the first chakra is connected. So the color, the vibration is red. And it is to do with the ancestors. So the parents, the generations, and it is to do with money, with stability, with to have a house, to have a place where you live, your clothes. It's the survival. It is the chakra of survival. It is really where we receive the power of the earth. So what happens? This chakra is very, very important because this one is our physical body. So we have 4 bodies in us, and they are all interconnected. We have the material and the physical body, which is our body that we see. We have the emotional body, we have the mental body, and the spiritual body. So the same as when we do meditation, the meditation helps really the flow of the cosmic energy to really balance our chakras and to receive the connection of the cosmic energy or universal energy, the energy from the universe. So the same happens, but in a different way, when we ground ourselves, because it is the power of the earth for the first chakra and for our body, so that all the chakras manifest here in this material world. So for the first chakra, when it is out of balance, what happens is that the person has problems with work, problems with money, problems with the parents, problems with the ancestors. The person doesn't really accept the physical body. And then with a combination of all the chakras, then it can have bad causes. For example, a first chakra and then a second chakra that we're going to move shortly into the second chakra, which is all to do with the passion, with the sexuality, etc. So these 2 chakras really, if they are unbalanced, and then the third chakra as well, it can cause bulimia, anorexia, etc. So it is like maths, and when we say this chakra plus this one, then it gives us a result of what can happen. So what the power, when it's out of balance, this chakra, we have all the mentioned things. So problems of surviving and have a good life here in the earth. And when it is overspinning, then the person really starts like taking care and wants a lot of money, a lot of possessions. So it's exactly Sí, sí, se dice la técnica, la electricidad se ha ido y ya está.
Dear friends of Mindalia, thank you very much for your patience, for waiting for us. We had a small technical incident, but we are already here and we are going to continue listening to Carmel. Carmel, when you want.
Yes. Okay, so sorry for this technical little issue. So I was focusing in the root chakra, then we moved to the other chakras. Basically here, the power of grounding is really making big changes. So how we ground ourselves, how we receive this. There are several methods, as for example, to eat roots, for example, carrots, to be in contact with the nature, to, for example, to grounding meditation, which is when you visualize that the earth energy goes up and through your feet and through your whole body and down to the earth. And then you have as well other devices that are available as well in the market as blankets or other materials or shoes even that can allow you to ground and have these benefits. And in fact, with grounding meditation and with healing sessions in 3 months, you can see amazing results. And people who have pain as well with grounding, they can see really amazing results. So that's the first chakra or root chakra, most important for our physical body. And then we go to the second chakra, which is below the belly button. And it is the color that vibrates with this chakra is orange. And this chakra is to do with the creativity. That's the beginning of the creativity, the sexuality. What happens with this chakra? If the chakra is balanced, so the person will have an amazing sexuality, the person will be really creative, the person will have joy of life. Instead, if it's out of balance, the person will feel guilt, will feel, oh, maybe that's not good, and no creativity. That's the second chakra. Now we are going to move to the third chakra, which is called as well the solar plexus chakra. Okay, it's the upper area of the stomach. And this is the chakra of the power. The power where we do the digestion is the fire element, and the color is yellow. That vibrates for this chakra. And this chakra is to do with the action as well, the power and the action. So many times, you know, what happens is that when the third chakra is not there, what happens is that the second chakra is creating ideas. Oh, I will do this, I will do that, I will, but all stays in the will, but the action, which is the third chakra, doesn't happen. So this third chakra, or solar plexus chakra, really stores all the stress. So that's why many times when we have stress, there are digestive problems or we feel things in our stomach. So it makes sense. So the chakras give you so much information that if you have stress, you know you have here a problem. What happens is with the time, because everything starts with the energy, if it continues and continues this stress, then it affects the other chakras and then it manifests physically. So for example, the stress can then cause anxiety, breathing problems when we have anxiety, and it starts really to block all the chakras. For example, the throat, which is the communication, the person can't really or has fear really in expressing and saying the things. Okay, so that's the third chakra. Now we move to the heart chakra, okay, which is the heart chakra, the fourth chakra here, the chest. And this is to do with the unconditional love. It is to give and to receive love. It is to do with the elements, because it is the lungs, the breathing, the thymus gland, is all this area in here and all the organs that are in this area. And this chakra, the vibration of this chakra is green. Okay. And to give and receive, it's very important, because there are people who give and don't receive, and the other way around. So it's really important to do breathing exercises for really appreciate our body and for the whole chakras. Why? Because this chakra is really the center of the 7 chakras. It is in the middle and the center. And this chakra is in the middle of the spiritual chakras, which are the ones above, and the material chakras, the more material chakras, which are below. Okay? Now we move up to the throat chakra. That is the chakra of communication. And it's not only the communication with others, but it is as well the communication with oneself, with the higher self. So it is to talk our truth. And if it's blocked, then you may be afraid of talking your truth, to say things, and you have fears in here. And I have had, with the clients that came, problems when there were people with problems, with speaking problems, public speaking, or when a person is stuttering or whatever, then there is a blockage in here. And with the healing sessions, making aware as well about the root of the problem, and when this problem started, the person can then unblock this chakra and to speak out there the truth and the thoughts that the person think. Then we have the 5th chakra. Now we go to the 6th chakra. Okay, the 6th chakra, it's called third eye. Although I divide these chakras in more advanced levels, in more advanced courses, but I mean, this is the third eye. The below area is really the third eye. It is to do with the pituitary gland and the pineal glands both. And this is our thoughts, our vision, the power of visualizing, and the power of our rational side, intuitive side. And it is to do with to see with our eyes, but to see as well with our third eye. Okay? So all to do, with telepathy, with clairvoyance. It is to do with this chakra. Telepathy as well is here, which is the communication. So it's a combination of these chakras here, the upper chakras. Okay, and it is the connection really with the 7th chakra, and the 7th chakra is called the crown. And the crown chakra or 7th chakra, it is the spiritual chakra. It is the chakra where we receive, the same as with the root chakra, we were receiving the vibrations, the frequencies of the earth. There we receive the cosmic energy, the powerful cosmic energy that we receive through meditation and more advanced meditations. And the combination of this meditation with the grounding balance all our chakras and empower us and our aura, which is our magnetic field. So this 7th chakra has to do with religion, with our way of thinking, what religion, if we believe, our faith, and our communication with other dimensions. And this chakra is not intuition and it's not clairvoyance, it's even more. Is to know because you know. There is no explanation, but it is a direct connection that we receive. So that was a brief explanation about all the chakras that I wanted to share with you, and I hope you enjoyed. But as well, you can really take all this information to know exactly how your chakras are. Because if you have a problem of communication, for example, it is the throat chakra. If you have problems with your eyes, your physical eyes, a problem in that you don't have any intuition, you can work that. But then it is because it is blocked, this chakra. Then we need to see the root of the problem. Why is it blocked? Have you seen images that you didn't like? Have you seen maybe your father that has done really something horrible to you when you were, and you have this image stored in your aura and in your energy field? And this way we can be aware and we can take action about where we can work. And that's the most important thing, to be aware. We can know as well about the chakras, which chakra is out of balance, by the fact if we have a problem in an organ of our body or a pain in a certain area. Each area is divided and is from one chakra. So it gives us already an information. And then for each chakra, we have as well questions that we can ask. For example, in the first chakra, as I was mentioning, if there is money problems, if the second chakra, if the person feels guilt or doesn't know how to enjoy life, feels guilty all the time, or a person that has, for example, problems with the ovaries or cysts, for example, that is things that really show that there is a blockage there. And if it's the second chakra, it is an emotional problem and to do with the creativity and an impact, because it is the water element. And that's very, very important. With the power of visualization, with the power of really to restore with energy healing sessions. And I had, for example, a person that had a cyst and then it disappeared. So with the energy healing, with the visualization, with the grounding energy, you can change. And really the mind is so much powerful, because we start everything, in fact, through our thoughts. We visualize something, we feed this something, and we take the actions really to reach the thing. And that happens. That happens if we take the actions, and really our chakras are telling us this story, because we have an ID, okay? With the upper chakras, we have an ID. We visualize it, we create it. We really communicate about this ID. We have passion and love, we really feel this reality. We take the action with the solar plexus, the third chakra. We really enjoy it and we really create it, because it's the creativity here in the second chakra and the joy of life. And then we materialize it and it becomes a reality with the first chakra. And we can really do that the other way around, okay, from the first chakra to the seventh chakra. So you can see that now you have a little bit more idea about what are the chakras and how they are all interconnected, and how we can start to be a little bit more aware about how healthy is our chakra. It gives us a lot of information and signs even before that it takes the power of the physical body. Because before having a pain, before having anything in our body, there is this energy. That's why that sometimes with a psychic healing, you can really see where there are possible blockages. And when there is a blockage, it means really in a chakra, in a major chakra, it means, or in the body, which is included in a chakra or in a combination of chakras, it means that the energy doesn't flow and there is a blockage. So I really think that I provided you information so that you have a general idea about the chakras. I am passionate about that because I see results really in life, and I really hope that you enjoyed and you really want to learn more about this magic world. I wish you all the best, a lot of love and light and amazing energy for you. And I hope to see you very soon. You take care. Bye.
Carmel, thank you very much for sharing your time and your knowledge with us. But please don't farewell, because we've got questions for you and we need you to answer them. So if you agree, incorporating into our conversation some questions from the people watching us. Let's start with Greg and Carmen Coglin from YouTube and from Virginia in the United States. They say, "Hi Carmel, is there a chakra that I need to work on? How to know if I have any blocked chakras? Thank you very much."
Okay, that's a very good. For example, with questions, I was mentioning, with questions, you can see if you have problems of enjoying your life, it's a second chakra. If you have a problem of digestive system, it says that. And then you have other ways. So I use, for example, my third eye, my intuition, my clairvoyance skills. But depending on what you can do or what you can use your hands to scan and to see. If you don't know, you have, for example, the pendulum. Okay, you can use a pendulum, and you only need really to set to know what is yes for you and no for you. For me, it's the opposite of the general thing. So for me, it's left is yes and right no. And you can, for example, use the dancing ropes, and you can, okay, that's another way. And then you can as well see what body parts you have and what kind of things happen in your life. And with questions, you can know exactly which chakras you have blocked. Okay? I hope I helped.
Thank you very much, Carmel. Let's continue with Caroline from the United Kingdom. She says, "Is there any scientific evidence that these chakras exist and have the functions you told us?"
Okay, the scientific evidence, there is a lot of information out there. But scientific it is when, for example, we are talking about vibrations. And with vibrations, we have an encephalogram. It works with this chakra, which is there, which is the sixth chakra. And they see the energy. And that's the way it is scientific. It is a little bit all hidden, this world of the energy world. But I'm sorry, that works. A resonance, it is working with energy. So that's a scientific thing. For example, with the heart, we talk about the brain, but as well to see if the heart is working. What they are doing is to see the vibrations. So this way you can see if a chakra is alterated and really quick, then it means it's overspinning. So the energy is too quick and it's out of balance. If it's not working and it's slow, it is blocked or slow. So you can see with the chakras, it is scientifically, and it is as well scientifically proved that grounding remove pain, and with the Schumann waves, because that's something which is the Schumann waves are the earth vibration, it is something that really helps in pain. And you can check, there are studies and it is proved. And in fact, when, for example, the astronauts, when they go to the moon, they need to have a device that generates these Schumann, these earth vibrations, because when they go out of the ionosphere, they can't have that. And the body really gets sick, breathing problems, physical problems. So we see. So it is a science. And the problem is that many times, it's not scientific until it is not discovered. But this chakra world, it is, and in fact, the medicine is already using that, as I mentioned before. I hope that I helped, and really, there are very good studies. I really recommend you that you, in internet, you have official and studies about that, grounding, etc.
That
hope I helped.
information you gave us about astronauts was really interesting, Carmel. Thank you very much. Let's continue now with Mariela Benavente from the Angels in the United States. She says, how can I feel connected to myself and how to activate my different chakras?
To be connected with yourself, so the most important thing is really to be aware about who you are, your weaknesses, your strengths, and to ground yourself, to be present in present time. And what you can do is really to flow energy, not only earth energy, but really to flow energy from the earth and from the cosmos. So there is a meditation I always recommend when I do healing sessions, and depending on your particular little blockages, then you do some extra work or not. But basically what you can do is you do a grounding meditation, which is you receive, and you need to do that like 30 minutes a day. That would, and in 3 months you can see the benefits of all that. And so you visualize the earth energy from the center of the earth going up through your feet, knees, first chakra, and then down. And you visualize that for a few minutes, okay? Then for more advanced, you need as well to do some breathing exercises and other things. But here I don't have really time. I can maybe another day explain really how it works and how we can do this magic meditation. And then you add the cosmic energy, which is the energy that we receive from the cosmos, so from the sun, from the stars, etc. You can call it whatever, you can call it God, or depending on your religion and your thoughts. And you channel this energy by visualizing it through your head, throat, neck, spine, backside of your body, first chakra, and then it mixes with the earth energy, and then it goes up to the front part of the body and out like a fountain. That's a really basic, but I really need to explain a little bit more. But you can start with that, and for 30 minutes, and you are going to, you do it, and you do it, and you do it, and you can feel the benefits. Then write down as well all your little thoughts about where you have maybe a problem physically, or in which parts, areas of life, and then you will know where you have the blockages.
Let's continue with a Spanish question. So if you agree, Carmel, I'm reading it in Spanish first, and after that I'm translating it to English. Julián Camargo desde España nos dice: ¿existe algún tipo de ejercicio rápido y sencillo que nos ayude a equilibrar nuestros chakras? And in English now, are there any quick and easy exercises to help us balance our chakras? And with your permission, Carmel, I'm giving you another question from Jam Annette, because it's a bit similar. He says, how can we fix or align our different chakras?
Okay, so part of the question is already answered with the questions from before. With grounding meditation, okay, that's one thing. And then as well by breathing exercises, to breathe in, to breathe out, to breathe in, to breathe out. And then added to that, what you can do is that you put your tongue touching the roof of the mouth, so your palate, touching your palate. This is like a switching on, really, the electricity, so the energy. So you can add that. So what you do is really, you visualize the meditation that I explained before, that I answered before, and added to that, and you put your tongue touching the palate, and you visualize, you breathe in, out, in, out. That's one way that you can do. And then according to each chakra, then it depends, because you have several little things. For example, for the first chakra, it's good, for example, to eat roots. It is good if you want to activate it to eat as well red colors, or if you dress red, then you have more power about doing that, or you have. So there are many, many things that you can use when you want really to strengthen a certain chakra.
Let's continue, Carmel, and let's finish with one question more. Grace from Holland says, can you use any type of pendulum for checking your chakras?
Pendulum.
Any type of pendulum, or do we need someone in concrete?
No, you need a pendulum. You need to follow your intuition and use the one that you feel. There are people who say it's better stone. If you have a stone, you need to cleanse it, so you put it in water and sea salt, and then you can energize it as well. But it depends on you, really. It is the intention which is important, and then it is the answer really is provided by the kinesiology. You can use as well techniques of kinesiology with your own body. For example, you stand up and then you can say, okay, tell me yes, tell me no. And then you will see your body goes to the front and goes to the back. And that's another thing. It is a pendulum, but this pendulum, we have it integrated. So you can use your internal pendulum, which is your intuition and your clairvoyance, because we have all that. Then you need to develop. But the pendulum, believe your intuition and all that. If it's wood, it can work perfectly. And if you want a stone, you need to cleanse it, energize, and you give instructions to the stone that what you want, because the stone really takes this energy, and then you want to have the answers. It's all with intention, with instructions, and with to energize. And in life, it's always like that. We wash ourselves, okay? And then we receive the food we eat. So it's really to cleanse and energize. So you can choose the pendulum that you wish. I am not really fussy when my students really ask me which one to use. And then you can use as well your hands to scan, dancing roads as well, the ones you wish.
Carmel, we just received one question more, so of course we are responding it, but please in 1 minute, because we have to finish with this conference.
Okay.
So I'm reading it in Spanish, right? Joyce Sánchez desde España dice que podría significar sentir contracciones en el segundo chakra. In English now, Joyce Sánchez from Spain, she says, what does it mean to feel contractions in the second chakra?
Okay, that is very clearly an emotional blockage. It is to do with the water element, so it affects all to do with the sexual organs, with the creativity, and with the feeling guilt and problems of joying or wanting to, or the person wants to escape from the reality. And that is really a blockage, an emotional blockage that is there. And that manifests as well as lack of, when there is, for example, a trauma, or when somebody really raped somebody else, for example, that happens. There is an impact in there. And then the person then can have a problem with cyst, a problem really in performing sex, or no appetite, or the opposite. Yeah.
Carmel, thank you one more time. Thank you very much for sharing this time with me, with all of us. Before saying goodbye, let me tell you about the people that has been with us today, because they join us from very different countries, like for example Spain, the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, Italy, Cuba, or Holland. It has been a real pleasure for me having you here, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. It has been really a pleasure. And see you soon.
Of course, before saying goodbye, dear friends of Mindalia, we have to remind you that Mindalia.com is a non-profit organization, and that you can join us through our different platforms or channels in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, VK, and Vown Live. I also want you to know that you can enjoy all our content in Mindalia Radio, 24 hours of conscious content, and you can find all of this in our website www.mindaliaradio.com. Before saying goodbye, I want you also to know that you can collaborate with us by liking our content, leaving us a positive comment, or of course subscribing to our channels, as I said before. Finally, and if you want, you can donate through a link you will find in our website www.mindalia.com. By doing so, you help us to keep creating more content like the one you enjoyed with us today. Having said that and feeling really, really grateful, I am ready to say goodbye, but just for now, until next Mindalia live streaming. Thank you very much.